Hey guys, welcome back to the course. This is the third episode, quick launch part 2. We're not going to waste any time here. Let's get straight into it. So here's what we're going to be covering this episode. We're going to be covering your phone number, your reputation management, a subdomain, and your calendar page. This is going to be important with the calendar from beforehand, your custom values, and a database reactivation. Now, if you haven't before, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that below. We'll be adding more tips and tricks for our software, and any additional videos you'll be able to find it there. Warning, this is the most important video in the entire course. Watch the entire video, don't skip it, and do not fast forward. Pro tip, watch the video in 2x speed. It does actually work. And you can also become an affiliate with us. So you can earn 20% monthly recurring commission for you, or if you know someone else who does not own a business and want to earn some extra cash on the side, this is an option for them. But we'll get into that a bit more into later parts of the course. So for now, let's go ahead and log in. Where we last left off was your calendar page. So this is where you should have been last, and we completed it. So your calendar should be set up still, which is great. Now you can actually move on to the next step, which is your phone number. So phone number, and again, conveniently is right below calendar. So on the left hand side of your menu, you're going to click on phone numbers, and let's get started from here. So essentially what a phone number is, and the essence of this is how we have text messages sent. So you cannot actually just use the phone number that you originally have for your business. So what happens is we're going to have you purchase a phone number on our software that you'll be paying a monthly fee for, and this is how all our text and email automations will be sent, along with phone calls being made, etc. Now, the benefits of having a phone number like this outside of the text messages is if you are a small business and you don't have your own personal and you don't have your own business line, then we are basically generating that business line for you. And the fees for the numbers are very cheap. So this client already has a number that we went ahead and had purchased. So I'm going to show you how to purchase your own. So you'll simply come here to add number. Now you choose a country you're in. Now we have most countries. Sadly, at the moment, Jamaica is not a country, but we're working very hard to attach that to it. But what you can do, you can always forward a call being made to any number, any valid number. So you could forward it to a Jamaican number. That's the workaround currently. So for now, we're going to select the United States. And let's say, for example, you're having a service area in New York. You want to use a New York area code, but you're located in Florida, where you're based, and you want to target those people. You'll choose a very generic or very well-known area code that would make the clients in that area feel safe. So we'll use 929. That's a very common area code in New York City. Go ahead and press search, and it should show you an option of all the numbers that they have available for you to use. Okay, great. So yeah, you see here, these are all the numbers you can take. This is legit the cost it normally is, just $1.15 a month. So you select the number you want, go ahead and select it, and then press save, and then it will automatically be paid off. You should see where it has the name. There's no name or anything as yet, so I'm going to show you how to edit that for your new number. This one we already edited it, so it's the same procedure. Now your number will show up here. You're going to go over to the right hand corner where you see the pencil, go ahead and select that. You'll have your number name. Now go ahead and put a professional name. It could be your business name. This is actually what would show up on the caller ID when people do calling. So make sure it's something that you want people to be seeing. Next, you can add a forwarding number. So this is where all calls will be forwarded to. Now, when you purchase more numbers that have for different sales, you won't need to have a forwarding number. But for the beginning, we recommend you put a forwarding number just so you don't lose out on anything. Now, enable call connect feature will automatically be enabled. Now, leave that on. What that does is that whenever you get a call directly from your business number, you will know the difference because you will get a message beforehand that says you have a new lead connecting. Press any button to connect. That's your verification. Then you can add a whisper message as well. It lets people know what the message is before. You can use that to get creative. A great example we've used in the past is we use that to give out a little promotional discount. So when someone calls into the business or we're calling them, they get that whisper message that says, we're offering 10% now on all of our features. Go ahead and check out our website to sign up for it. So you can mess around with that. Next is call recording. Now, we recommend you turn it on. That helps with our live lead nurture, and that helps with essentially everything else. So you can see how the calls go. You can test on your own self, your sales skills. You can see how everything is being done. So go ahead and select that on. This is generic. This is the generic message left. But if you want to go ahead and change that, you can also change it here. And if these are blank for for the incoming and outbound call timeouts, go ahead and fill it with 60. That's a default that you should have. Once that's done, update it. Go ahead and press the save button here. Once you get this verification down here of the update, you're all set. And that's your phone number. So in the bottom right corner, select the menu, go ahead and click phone number marked off. We're all set. Next is your reputation management, and this is a feature I'm very excited for. So let me show you exactly how it works. So on the left hand corner, in the left hand menu below phone numbers is reputation management. Go ahead and select there. And essentially your review request, your reputation management is essentially your Google reviews. This is how, as we covered in our flywheel, how you're going to set up the automation for your reviews. So it's split into three different sections. You have the review link that you're going to have to generate. Then you have your SMS review request and your email review request. Now, the SMS and the email review requests are already made with defaults. You can add your own personal message, your own images. And then you have the custom review widget. This you can put onto your website if you have one already, or on the custom website we're going to build. We'll show you how to implement this here, and all your messages will be populated from your Google review. Now, here's a cool thing with it. I'm going to show you for this business. So, this business, let's use a random business. So, let's open up Google and let's type in the essentials, for example. The essentials Jamaica. This business comes up. Now, this would not just be a generic business for you. This should actually be your personal business. So, whatever your business name is, once you have your Google My Business, which you should have had set up for the first episode, your Google My Business, which you should have set up from the last video, you should have that set up. You put in your business name, you should see all of this here. This comes up once you have a Google My Business. You're gonna go ahead and click on the map here, or if you click up here at maps, either one, select your map. It's gonna bring you to the map page. Now on the map page, this is where it's important. As you can see, it's the same default where it says google.com/places. So you're going to go ahead and copy it. So just click it once. Okay, then you're going to put the link in, just as I did here. You're going to press generate link, and boom. This is your new link. So now look what's cool about this link. Now this will be set up for your specific business. So you copy this link, and when you send this link to someone and they open it, so let's open a new browser and open it together. Put the link in, press search, and look what happens. Automatically you're brought to your personal page, and it's automatically set them up to leave a review here. So it makes it extremely easy for them. They just type in their experience, they put in their stars, and then they put the review. Now I'm not going to put a review on this business. It's just an example, so I discard it. But that's the importance of the link. And once that link is generated, you're going to see here for the SMS review request, this link that they have is the same exact link that was generated. So that's how we'll have it automated. So when someone have that sent, it will automatically be sent that way. And yeah, that's essentially your reputation management. Very simple, very straightforward. You can go ahead and mess around with this, update it as much as you like. So we can go ahead and mark that off on the list. Reputation management, which is great. Next, we have custom values. And won't you look at that? Right below reputation management, on the left hand, you have custom fields and then custom values. Let's go ahead and get started there. Now, custom values is very important. These are already default ones that we have for the topics. So I want you to go ahead and fill that out. But you can always add new stuff. So for example, let's actually add one here. So you're going to see these and you're going to see them empty. So you have the area served, company address, company calendar, all the way down. Now to fill these out, it's very simple. On the right hand side, you're going to select the pencil. You're going to have the name of the custom value, which is here. And you're going to have the value itself. Now the value itself is where you're going to fill in the information. So go ahead and fill out the information for you. So if your service area is North Carolina, fill that in. If your area is New York City, fill that in. But you can also add your own custom values, and these will benefit you a lot in the future. For example, you can go ahead and add primary color, and you can actually put a hex code in. So if you put FFFF, this is actually a hex code for white, but to find your own hex code, you can just go on Google. You can type in your color, or if you use Canva or anything like that, anything to build a hex color, you can do that. Once you create this hex color and put this here, it will auto-populate for your website. But we'll get to that in the website video we'll be building for you guys in the future. But as you can see, go over to the next page. You'll see it here. You have the URL for YouTube, your primary color, and your LinkedIn. So go ahead and get these all filled out. And yeah, that's it for your reputation management. That's it for your custom values. Go ahead and select custom values. And then next, we need to actually go ahead and start talking about your subdomain and your calendar page. Now, even if you already have a website, we do recommend you make a separate calendar page. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you should have already have your calendar created, which was right here. And you should have also already had your domain. Now to create that subdomain, this is how we're going to do it. Right below custom values, you'll see domains. Now for the purpose of this example, I'm going to put my domain under this company. But now let's say you want to go ahead and add a subdomain. Now this subdomain is very important. Now for the purpose of this video, we're going to be using this domain, which is our personal domain. So this should be your domain. And to add your domain, you're going to simply come up here into the top right corner and add. You're going to type in your domain. Your domain should have already been registered under the host. If it's not, I'm going to show you how to register under the host. That's an additional step that we're going to give you, but it's foolproof and it's going to help you a lot. So in this case, we have www.kenesis.org. Now we want to create a subdomain. Now, not to get this confused, if we put www.kenesis.org slash, and you put whatever, so let's say trials, this is not a subdomain. This is a path URL. So this isn't as important as a subdomain. But a subdomain is what you want to use for example, your calendar page, because you want people to find it very easily. So instead, this is an example this is an example of a subdomain. Anything that goes in front of your domain. So go.kenesis.org or offers.kenesis.org. Anything that floats your boat, you can add it there. Now look what's gonna happen if we put this here. If you put this here to put the domain and you click add, it's not gonna add. Why? Because you need to have this on a hosted network. And if you have one already, go ahead and use the one that you use. There's many of them out there, but the one I'm going to recommend for you guys to use is Cloudflare. So you're going to go ahead and use Cloudflare. And you can just simply make an account. You go on cloudflare.com, which is right here. Get started for free. There's no cost on it. So you go ahead and press your sign up. When you press sign up, it's going to give you... Actually, let's just sign up together. So let's just make an account. So you're on sign up and you see here where it says free. All you have to do is add your website. There's no monthly, so you just sign up for the free one. Now I'm not going to sign up because I already have an account, so I'm going to just log in simply, show you how it's done. Okay, so now that we're on Cloudflare, it's very simple from here. What you're going to do first, you're going to search for your website. So in our case, we have kenesis.org, but for your business, you're going to put in your specific URL. So if it's the essentialsbeauty.com or if it's majesticstyles.com, whatever it is, put that URL here. Once that URL is put in, you press search, it's going to add it. And it's going to say active. It has to say active. That means it's a running URL. Once that's there, so you have URL here, go ahead and click on the URL. And it's going to bring you to the overview. Now, underneath, we're now under your URL on this hosting. But what we're going to be focusing on to add all of these different subdomains, and you can add more subdomains in the future. You can add as much as you want once you have this hosting done. On the left-hand side, on the overview and analytics, you're going to go to DNS. Go ahead and select on DNS. Now, DNS is where you have your records. And here at Kenesis, we make it extremely easy for you to incorporate this. So, we're going to go back over to Kenesis real quick. And the subdomain we want to create is offers.kenesis.org. Now, if we read together, Anything that's a subdomain, you have to use a CNAME record. A records are more used for the path URLs, as I notified you beforehand. So we have this offers.kenesis.org. So for this to work, you have to create, as it says here, a CNAME record. You have to have it pointing to this link. So you're going to copy this. And then it has to have the word offers because that's a subdomain. So simply put, you're going to come over here. We're going to come over to add a record right here. Switch the type over to a CNAME. Now remember, you have to put the name and make sure it's spelled the same way. So we had offers. Let's just double check that. Offers.kenesis.org. When we type offers here, look what it says right here. Offers.kenesis.org is an alias. And the target is you paste what they told us, flash, and it's proxy. Now turn off proxy. We want to keep it as DNS only. Now I'm not going to go into the details for that. You don't really need to focus on that. Just make sure it's off. Once you have this information in, go ahead and press save. It's now saved, and as you saw before, it crashed on us when we tried to save the domain. Look what happens now. Sorry, I just moved me out of the way. So we press add, boom, it's added now, and then you can select where you want the domain to be sent to. So in our case, it's the booking page, and yeah, you can link the domain, and then we're all set. Domain is now linked. So that's where you make your subdomain, and then this is where we would link your calendar page. Now, by the time this video is out, you should be able to come over here to, so you're going to come here to go back. You're going to come all the way down here to sites. And on the funnels, you should see a generic calendar page, a template calendar page we created for you. Now, you can actually go ahead and click into this. You're going to press settings, which is right here. You would select this new domain, which is offers.kenesis. And then you can put in the path or whatever you want to put in. But this would be the generic calendar page you could use. And then again, we'll teach you how to customize this in the free website episode that we're going to be having in the future. But yes, that does cover. And the last thing we're going to cover, very simple, it's like a bonus feature, is we're going to come back over here to settings. We're going to show you the media library. So here you have your business profile, domains, under custom values, domains, you see media. This is your media folder. So you can go ahead and open that, and essentially you can upload any photos you want to have here for us to see. This is one of the ways you can upload photos for us to go ahead and use towards your ad management, or we actually use WeTransfer. So those are the two options, and we'll give you more access to that from below. But very straightforward. You can go ahead and tick off that as well, the media library. Now, one more thing we do have to cover is your database reactivation. And database reactivation is very straightforward. This is how we really target the old viewers you may have had. So this will work great with your old clients. So this will work great with your people who have not left reviews as yet. People who you have contacted but they weren't fully committed at the time. We have a nurture campaign which we have set up right here, and we're gonna have a brand new one set up by the time this video is out, so you should be seeing the brand new one. We'll update this video, but essentially all you have to do is fill out the information accordingly to your specific business. So you're gonna put your custom SMS that you want to put. We'll show you how to add the links, and it's very straightforward. We'll get more in depth into the whole automation in the future, but you can go ahead and select your actions, and it shows you all the actions you can have here. So you can add ChatGPT to your actions now, and ChatGPT will send messaging through. For example, you can send a review request as we discussed before. You can select the email or SMS, and it will send that over to them. And then we can do it as if you have a CSV, which is like an Excel file with like your master list of all contacts, you can have that formulated and sent over to them. So yeah, now let's go ahead and summarize this video. So what we just covered is your phone number. We covered your reputation management, subdomain, and your calendar page. We covered custom values. We covered database reactivation, and we also, as a bonus, covered your media library. So again, just like before, go ahead and complete these that we just discussed step by step. If you need to rewind the video and get back on some of the stuff, go ahead and get that done. Join the community as we always discuss below for more assistance with anything you may have an issue with, and you can connect with other like-minded business owners like yourself. leverage the chats, the one-on-one Zoom support, and join the Q&A. Go ahead and click the link below as well for the Q&A calls. Follow the instructions to figure out how you can get access to these Q&A calls, and you'll be able to get that summarized. And just like all of our videos, today's quote will be, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing," by Walt Disney. This is the third video and we have just summarized your quick launch. This means next we're moving on to our platform mastery. We're almost halfway there. So, what are you waiting for? Continue on, get all of this done from this episode, and I'll see you in the platform mastery part 1. Speak soon.